Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the 630 fat tire reverse trike, and we're going to give you a little bit of an update on the accident that we had with it and the injuries involved, and also the report of the damage that we sustained from this bike. Now, if you missed the video, just a couple of days ago we had a video out where Devin, son-in-law Devin, was riding this for the first time, and he was really enjoying it. He enjoys it just as much as I was enjoying it, but he came around this curve right here, and as he came around this curve, leaning the bike, to the right, as he came around, he had a pretty significant crash. And we do have that on video. And so if you want to go look for that video, you can see just exactly what happened there. Well, and we don't know exactly what happened, but we're going to talk about that a little bit in this video. So first and foremost, he is recovering, nothing broken, no stitches required, but he's got a lot of road rash and a lot of places on his body. And, we know we made some mistakes. We made a mistake because, we got a little excited, a little carried away, and we took off, both Devin and I, each riding this right here in front of our home without a helmet. And we should have been wearing a helmet. And we're really good about wearing helmets whenever we leave the area, but we're really bad about, hey, a quick little test ride just right here in front of the house, back and forth, just getting familiar with something, or maybe testing the brakes or testing something that we are working on. And we have a bad habit of just not wearing a helmet right here in front. And that's where the accident happened. Devin actually was enjoying the bike so much, he went a little further down the road and, down around the curve there just a little ways. And when he came back, he was coming back, having fun, and wiped out. So let's talk about that for a minute. Guys, a lot of people have inquired about this bike, and I've seen people on social media asking or commenting about this bike thinking, hey, this would be great because I don't have a good balance on my regular bike anymore, and this has two front wheels, and it's going to help keep me nice and safe and sturdy, and it won't tip over like a regular trike. But here's what you need to understand, and this is not like a regular bike, okay? Nor is it like a trike. It's a completely different animal. It's a completely different riding experience, and you need to have probably better balance with this than you would a regular bike. So you need to have really good balance, and you just need to be very cautious and aware that because of the way it operates, and I'll show that to you in just a moment, it operates differently than anything else, and so extra caution needs to be taken when riding it. Now, you can still ride it safely, in my opinion, because we've already been doing it. It's just you're taking a little more risk with this than you would a regular bike, as in my opinion. It's still it's a fun ride. It's a super fun ride, primarily because it is different. So just be aware of that, okay? Now, let's get into what happened with the accident. What we think happened. With this particular bike, it's designed, as you can see right here, it's designed to lean, okay? You've got your mechanics down there, the suspension, everything is designed to tilt back and forth when you're going around a curve, or when you need to make a turn and you're turning around or something. It's designed so it all leans. And I think it's a good design because it kind of offers independent suspension, so each wheel can go up and down independently, as well as it allows it to pivot back and forth. And I think because of that, it does make it a little bit safer when you're turning, because unlike a regular trike, when you turn, the trike tends to want to tilt in the opposite direction and easily tip over. And you don't necessarily get that because it allows you to kind of lean into the corners like this, or lean into the corners like that. But I think here's the problem. Because it allows you to lean, okay, there gets to be a point where if you lean too much with a rider sitting up here on the seat, you're too top heavy, and the bike is leaning over so much, it's difficult to shift your body weight and get the bike to ride back upright again. And that's what Devin was explaining to me what happened, and that's what it looks like on the video. Once he came around that curve, he had a little too much lean into the bike as he came around that curve, and because it was leaning too much, he said he wasn't able to get it to stand upright, and it just continued to want to kind of go over, and that's where he had the crash. So here's what I think. I think the bike, or we're all in agreement here, that the bike has limitations on just how much you're able to lean it. And I think it can still be done safely, but you need to understand that limitation. You need to understand that unlike a regular bike where it might be easier for you to take it into a curve and lean and then get back upright again, with this, it makes it, one, it's a little heavier. You're sitting nice and tall, and so you got that extra body weight up here, and it prevents you from being able to more easily get it back in the upright position, and that's where he got himself in trouble. Now, how much can you lean this? That might be the question, really. How much can you safely lean this? Well, I think that's going to depend on largely body weight. Devin is a pretty light guy, and so he might be able to lean it a little further than what, say, myself would be able to lean it, because I'm a pretty heavy guy. And with having all this extra body weight up here in this part of the bike, it's going to make it really top heavy. And so once you start to lean, I think it's going to be a little easier to lose control of it, which is exactly what happened with him. So bottom line, yes, I think it's an outstanding bike. Still enjoy it. My buddy Ron has tested it out. He's a senior, more than I am. He really liked the bike. He said it's a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun. Just, you gotta respect it. It is a bike that demands respect, and you have to take it nice and slow so you understand what the limitations are. Is it a good bike for someone who already has balance problems? No, it's not. Stick with a regular trike. Okay, if you can't ride a bike anymore, stick with a regular trike. This is not an in-between bike for that type of person, in my opinion. Now, with all that out of the way, let's take a look at some of the damage we sustained. Devin sustained more damage than what the bike did, but let's get up here. We shredded the handle grips up here. The lever right here is broke, all tore up and scratched right here, and damaged and pretty damaged here on the end, so we're going to have to replace that as well as the lever. The shifter up here is pretty much destroyed. Okay, and I don't know that we'd be able to shift. Maybe we could still shift. Not going to try it though, so that shifter is destroyed. Moving back here, we'll go to the back. The rack sustained a lot of damage here. Really gouged the metal. That's not just paint, that's really shredded the metal there, so we lost some metal. Moving down through here, we do have some paint problems right here. Not a big deal. But the big issue is right up front right here. This area right here, this is what I call a stop block. It stops the wheels from being able to turn past a certain point, because you have this point right here on this assembly, and this is designed to push up against this part right here. And what it does, it keeps you from turning the wheels too far, and it keeps you from having the wheels bump up against the frame. And during the accident, it whacked it so hard it broke it loose. And so now the wheels absolutely do touch the frame, just like that. And they're real close to rubbing on the frame on the other side, like that. Not quite, but almost. So that's going to have to get fixed. So to fix that, a welder is probably going to have to take this completely off, clean it up, clean out the old welds, and then re-weld it onto here. So we're going to try to find a welder to do that. Luckily, it's not part of the main frame or anything like that, so we don't have anything like that to worry about. It's just this chunk of metal here that acts as the stop block or wheel block. So that's got to get fixed, so we're looking for a welder. We did sustain a little damage right here. Not sure how all that happened, but that got all tore up right there. But again, it's just cosmetic. It can easily be touched up. This fender up here got damaged just a little bit. It's just bent, kind of bent out of shape, so we're going to bend that back. And then this bike will be back in operation, ready to roll again another day. Just like Devin himself, he's recovering at home. This is day 2? I guess this is day 3 now of his recovery. He ended up taking off a few days from work this week because just a little too sore. Plenty of open wounds that need to be tended to, and then he'll be back. And he's also suggested maybe that we do another video here soon when he's feeling better, so he can share his side of the story. We can have a nice discussion about this bike, so be looking forward to that. We'll do that again soon. Hey guys, if you're still interested in this bike, still a great company. I still think it's a great bike. Just respect it and know that it rides a little different. It balances a little different, but still a fun bike to ride. That's going to be it for this video. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below with any questions you have, and we will see you in another video real soon. Again, ride responsibly, ride safe.